Hi everyone, this is Jamie.
And I am Anna.
Hello everyone, and I wanted just to kind of surprise you with a quick little question because it's something that I'm very excited
Okay, he's been telling me he was going to ask me something today, and so you're discovering at the same time as I am, but he's going to...
You know, there's one thing that I really like.
I think there's more than one, but we'll start with one.
All right, one thing that I really like, and that is us. You know why? I am so incredibly in love with you. I am just in a state of awe and I adore you like crazy. And in fact, that's what I want to talk about. Relationships.
Okay.
Now, you know, the most important relationship that someone can have is with themselves.
Okay.
But at the same time, most people are out there looking for love. They're looking for a connection. Maybe not necessarily romantic, but I don't know, a best buddy or something that just makes them look forward to getting together with somebody.
Right.
Okay. Sometimes it's romantic, sometimes it's not. But I want to talk about relationships.
Okay.
So what do you think we can do if somebody's maybe looking for love or looking for how to improve a relationship, or maybe even the concept of a twin flame or a soulmate might pop up?
Okay.
What could we do?
Okay. Well, just to be fun, I'm going to start by turning this around on you for a quick second.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you, honestly, as much as you love me and adore me and you're feeling so goo goo gaga over me right now, and I believe you genuinely are, has it always felt like that every moment since we've been together? Have you always just been like goo goo gaga over me?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I would dare say that there have been some times that have been, as our relationships have blossomed, and even after we got married, that there were some rough moments, and I forgot my relationship handbook. I wasn't given one. So.
Unfortunately, we had to learn a lot of lessons. So what we have realized in the process of seeking and really basically achieving divine union is that process is not a fairy tale, in that it's not just all fun. It's not all wonderful. It's not all the lovey part. There's a lot of ways when you are genuinely wanting a divine union with someone, not just, I mean, it's you can choose to have someone that you get along with and that you go express friendship elsewhere, because that's not the relationship that you're wanting with your partner or whatever. But when you want divine union with someone, that's your best friend, and that's someone that you want to spend the majority of your time with, and that's someone where you don't just love each other, you actually really like each other.
Right.
And in addition to that, you bring out the best in each other. You don't bring out the worst parts of each other. You push and encourage and energetically help each other rise through challenges. And so, as much as we want that to be fun all the time and pretty and just like this romanticized idea of romance, that's not what a divine union looks like all the time, especially if you don't have a little bit of guidance. So if there's one thing I would wish on people, it would be a little bit more guidance than what we had initially. But we can proudly say that we've pushed and encouraged each other through some of the most challenging years of our lives, and during that time we've brought out the strengths in each other, and it's something to be really, really proud of, and it didn't happen the easy way. I know that I was always really, really intuitive and feminine and divinely inspired. I mean, I had some kind of tomboy aspects. I have 4 brothers, but as far as the feminine goes, I was really just very open to those things, but I had no level of self-confidence. I had no level of self-love, really. It didn't feel solid in who I was, or like open to talk about. It didn't matter if I was divinely inspired, if I was too scared to share about any of these things. And he, on the other hand, had this deep level of confidence in all of these things that he's acquired through extremely hard work. And
I was not very feminine growing up at all. I'm the youngest of 6 or 7 boys, 6 older brothers, and my dad was, a football coach galore. And so, we were, don't cry. That was our motto when we grew up. So we were opposites.
And yet we can see now that in an attempt, that in an attempt for a divine partnership, that we would have planned a life where we would have kind of opposite experiences. There were a lot of ways that we had almost opposite experiences, and yet within our heart space, we were pretty much the same the whole time, even if we weren't comfortable enough with ourselves or with our truths to express that in fullness to other people. We knew who we were in our hearts, and when we started to come into physical presence of one another and express what we'd gone through in our life experience, we had very interestingly congruent experiences with one another that really have helped us to acquire a really beautiful and wide variety of gifts between the two of us, and yet we always managed to have a very similar experience internally, even if those experiences weren't necessarily the funnest or the brightest. Sometimes they were dark, and sometimes they were full of emotions that we would rather not repeat over and over. Right. So more gravity to that.
So whether you're a guy or girl, or whether you're looking into whatever relationship at all, is it possible that anyone can find true love?
Absolutely. And it's all of our birthright. We all have. Now, no one has to be with someone else to be happy. You don't. You can choose internal unification. Well, internal unification is really necessary either way to be able to have a happy and balanced relationship with someone else.
Right.
But no one has to choose to be in a relationship with somebody else.
And through the law of attraction, no matter what somebody wants, right? Whether to be with somebody or to be alone.
Right. But arguably, the majority of individuals do want a connection with someone else, and a divine partner, or someone that's their cosmic best pal, their hide and seek buddy. And that is a really, really fun experience when you have it. But as we're coming through kind of the illusions of fear and releasing old fear coding and things like that, it's unrealistic to think we're not going to kind of trigger some of each other's past fears from past experiences, and worry that we might experience the same thing again. And so behave somewhat guardedly with each other. I know that certainly in his experience in the past, I don't think he really expected to, in the process of me developing more confidence in who I am, and more assertiveness, and more owning my force field, owning who I am, owning what I have to stand for, what I believe in that process of developing this really beautiful level of inner strength, it has alternatively given him a lesson in humility that was not necessarily part of his path before that.
Definitely was not part of my path.
Is humility weak?
Absolutely not. In fact, that was a mistake that I thought before, that I certainly didn't know what humility was. But so, you mentioned divine relationship. So I know that whether you're a guy or a girl, and I don't care if you're a burly ex-college athlete or whatever, even the big burly guys want a hug once in a while. They want a relationship. They want to connect. So this isn't just a girl thing. In fact, if you look around our room, this is like kind of like a teenage girl's room.
It's because I come in here to dream. I come in here to watch my dreams take flight. It literally says, "Spread your wings and fly," up above my bed.
Right. And at the same time,
I also married my childhood, or not my childhood, my teenage crush by marrying my Aragorn. Okay, sorry, keep going.
But at the same time, it's been fun for me to watch that. And I think that the mistake that a lot of people make, as far as guys go, they aren't taught how to romance their woman or romance their partner.
Which they have no idea how
fun
that
is.
It's not just fun, but it when a woman feels desired and wanted and admired and looked up to, even in a way,
right,
it feeds an energy that makes her want to feed her king back energy,
right.
and then she builds him up, and they create this really beautiful eternity symbol of energy that comes back and forth and feeds each other. And as this happens, you're not just feeding each other and staying in the same spot etherically, you're feeding each other light, so you're rising together.
Right. And it isn't just about having sex, but it is way beyond that. It's about the connection. And that is one thing that we actually want to throw out this video for, is because we're talking to a lot of people that have questions and they want better relationships, and so we wanted to throw the invitation
either a new relationship or to improve the one that they are currently in, and see how they can awaken a spark, per se, not necessarily just sexually, spiritually, intellectually, emotionally,
embody it all.
Embody it all, yes, to buy it in and have a juicy relationship.
Right. Now, and one of the things that we want to be able to do is, if you have questions or comments, send them to us, email us, and let us kind of play with that. We'll keep everything anonymous, but it is fun, and at the same time, maybe we'll all kind of learn a couple new fun techniques of growing our relationship.
We have a lot of couples coaching that we could do, especially whether it's just wanting to help to figure out how to bring your own inner divine feminine and divine masculine in balance, or whether you're with a partner, without a partner, whether you're with a twin flame or a soulmate, or whatever your experience currently is right now. There's not really any relationship that can't benefit from the relationship advice that helps a king and queen learn to really truly love each other and support each other and hold each other up. It's also an internal relationship. It's not just a relationship that a man has with a woman and a woman has with a man. That's just a mirror of the relationship that you're creating within yourself. Right. I know that when people are getting married, I cannot imagine a better set of advice givers, or a better set of experiences to learn from, I suppose is a better way to put it, going into a marriage than what we have managed to achieve with one another over the last couple of years. I would wish that I could go back to myself 2 years ago and help myself to navigate a little bit more effectively through some of the things. I know that there's lots of other teachers and lots of other people that could help with this, so I'm not trying to encourage that we're the only ones, but I do know that divine union is possible, whether that's with a partner that you've never met before, or whether that's with a partner you're with right now, or whether you're only ever going to want to just have your own personal relationship with your own self. Like I said, there's like a ripple that happens, and you can't truly achieve divine union with another person until you allow yourself to come into a balance yourself. Right. And then enjoy the game and the fun and the play and take it with the good and the bad, actually, and understand that that you're designed to help coax each other into growth, and that happens through a little bit of jostling. And if you understand that, you can help to take the good with the bad with a little bit more grace, and hopefully avoid
right. And let us be a trail shepherd, if you will. Maybe we can help navigate some of those bumps and bruises so they're a little less challenging.
Hopefully,
maybe expand some of the great exploration journeys that await your future when you really fall into what is called the divine relationship.
Right.
And that's something else too. The concept of twin flames and soulmates I've heard, and I think most people have had, but a divine relationship kind of transcends just, boyfriend, girlfriend, and even a lot of marriages.
A divine relationship transcends even twin flames, because it must happen within first, even in a twin flame experience.
And what I'm starting to realize is all the greatest joy and blessings is when you start to go within and do that with a loving partner, that you can build upon a relationship, but then explodes into a ripple into your children, your relationships, and you know, even your friends that you eventually call family.
Right.
So,
be the example within your own life and within your own relationship and within your own heart of how you want to see the world change.
right. So let us know any questions, or if you want to talk privately.
Yeah.
Obviously, we are here in Utah. We'd love to either get together in person, or certainly we do a lot of phone calls.
Right.
Or,
we talk to people all over the world every single day, so no reason we can't talk to you. I promise.
Yeah. So please like and share, and obviously, if you have a comment, leave us a comment. If you have a question, leave us a question. Let's see if we can. Dive
Eventually,
into the
at some point.
one thing I do want to say. Although we are ordained ministers, we are not, our ideas and concepts do not go against any religion, any sect, any philosophy. So this will only enhance what you already believe in. Obviously, we are non-denominational, but we are more, should I just say, just open to the Spirit's interpretation and whatever that is for you.
Oh, added side note. Marry you. Like, if you guys want, if you're looking to get married and you want to have a beautiful, incredible, spiritual, really
and being married
Dragosta style of marriage that will be blessed with more love than you can freaking imagine.
Yeah.
Just more love and light than you can imagine. Feel free to let us know, and we will be a part of your wedding if you'd like.
Yeah.
It would be our great honor.
So hit us up. Let's talk.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Love and light.